Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1, and congratulations to Man City who officially won the FA Cup, the second one under Pep Guardiola, and they are 2/3 of the way down to winning the elusive treble. And look, overall, I think it was a game that Man United will be proud in terms of the effort they put in, but over the course of 90 minutes, quality proved. That's what happened. Quality proved true overall. That's the only difference, because I thought Man United were well in this game. They were. Just like Man City, I thought they played decent in parts, especially when they went a goal down. They easily could have folded early in the game. Gundogan scored a brilliant goal. But Man United stayed true to their task and stayed in the game defensively and started to venture out more towards the end of the football match. Sorry, more towards the end of the first half and got a goal. Look, let's be honest. A lot of people will say it's a controversial penalty. I'll touch on the penalty later on in the stream primarily, but for now, I'm going to give my opinion on it. I think it was a fair penalty for now. But over the course of 90 minutes, I think every single Man City fan, Man United fan can sit there and go, you know what? The right result happened in there in terms of the football played on the football pitch. Man City overall slightly deserved it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Man City were out there scintillating best. I think they were far from it. But over the little battles in the game, they won well. And they managed the game expertly. Because they knew Man United would come with pressure. Man City are a better team than Man United. We all know this right now. Man City are playing some of the best football in genuinely world football. They are the best team in Europe, in my opinion, as of right now. They're a better footballing team than Manchester United. That being said, they were always going to take some punishment in this football match. It's Man United versus Man City. This is the first time, I believe, ever an FA Cup final has been the Manchester derby. It's going to be a tough game for a reason. And at times, this football match, Man United were going to come true. They're going to play at their best, and they were going to have chances. And what Man City did well is they rode out those parts. And they scored when they needed to. İlkay Gundogan. How many times do I need to speak about this brother in the sense I'm going to speak about him, where he is a top draw player, man? This brother stands up when they need him most. That's why I said they can't lose this Gundogan guy, man. See, he's that good. For the majority of the season, yeah, he doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, to be fair, rightly so, he doesn't stand up at those moments. He coasts through the season. But when push comes to shove, when there's pressure, when there's intense moments, when there's real winnings on the line, this man stands up and is counted for Man City, man. Again, 2 brilliant goals. His first one, a peach of a volley. It threw the whole game plan out the window for Manchester United at the start of the game, to be completely honest with you. I think they still stuck to their game plan, which was good, but that would have definitely thrown a spanner amongst the works. It definitely would have, some heads would have been rattled after that one. Man United's whole game plan from the start of the game would have been defend well, keep it tight, and then start to venture out. But first 30 minutes, do not concede. Just like Inter Milan's game plan next week in the Champions League final, Man United's game plan is don't concede first 30. Keep it tight, man. Keep the game tight. Don't give away any stupid little silly chances. Just keep it tight and then venture out. But no, after 13 seconds, the quickest goal in FA Cup final history, İlkay Gundogan with an absolutely beautiful strike. Genuinely a top draw goal. And it all starts from Haaland winning the knockdown, man. We spoke about how Man City have had Aguero, Jesus, plays a lot up front, Fernand Torres up front, right? But the difference is with Haaland, he's a unit up front. Like, he will be a target man if they need him to be so. And that all came from Haaland. Because if they have got Aguero up front, if they have got Ferran Torres up front, if they've got Gabriel Jesus up front, they don't score that first goal. It all comes from a long goal kick from Ortega and Haaland outmuscling the defender and knocking it down to De Bruyne, who knocks it on one more, and then İlkay Gundogan with an absolute peach of a strike. Brilliant goal to set off the game. And after that, a lot of people were sitting there going, oh, it's going to be one-way traffic. United going to get absolutely demolished. I didn't align with that thought process because I genuinely thought, I was like, look, going 1-0 down. If you ever want to go 1-0 down, you want to go 1-0 down early, right? Because it still gives you 90 minutes to turn around a football match, basically. And that's what happened to Manchester United. Obviously, it would have thrown a spanner in the works. Obviously, they would have come into that game knowing they want to keep it tight early. But you concede early. It happens in football. It's part and parcel of the game. So if you're Manchester United, I think they did the right thing. They conceded early, but they didn't lose their heads. They kept their defensive formation. They realized, look, if you're going to concede, don't concede multiple. Make it be 1-0 and shut it up. That's what they did. And they did that well because I genuinely, when it went 1-0 down, I sat there and I said, look, it's not game over. It's fine. But by about 25, 30 minutes, we'll understand what kind of game we're in. Because Man City have got the ability to blitz opponents. They don't just get one goal, they get 2, 3, 4, and then the game's out of sight. So at 1-0, Man City could have literally gone and put their foot on the neck and killed that game. But they didn't. United stayed defensively assured. And as the first half wore on, United started to get more chances. They started to venture out. Their game plan was simple. They packed out the midfield, playing Casemiro, Fred, Fernandes, and Eriksen. Pack out that midfield, but when you get the ball, look quick to Rashford in behind. That's your outlet. Doesn't need to be multiple passes. Doesn't need to be 6, 7, 8, 9 passes. Just bang. Ball into Eriksen, ball into Fernandes, ball into Casemiro, and then bang, first time over to Rashford. That was their game plan. And it was working at times. Rashford was stretching the defense, and they got the penalty through that. And at 1-1, you're sitting there thinking, look, United back into the game. They've got a lease of life. They've got a bit of momentum now. But then the second half came and City came back onto the pace and came back onto the boil. And I have to give Man City a lot of credit here. I'll tell you why I have to give Man City a lot of credit, right? Because that penalty was controversial. I'll go into my thoughts on the penalty later on in the stream, right? But it was controversial. There's mixed opinions. It's like Marmite. Some people think it is, some people think it isn't. Man City could have sat there and gone, you know what? Everything's against us. The world's crumbling around us. United paying the referees, etc. But they didn't. They stuck by their game plan. They didn't let the referee determine the outcome. How many times in this channel have I said, right, that a small team or a weak-minded team blames the referee for results? They come out and they say, oh, we lost the game because of the referee. We lost the game because of this decision. Man City rarely let the referee dictate the outcome of the football match. No matter if it's a good refereeing decision or a bad refereeing decision, they always seem to win the game in their own hands. Yes, the referee may have made a mistake. I don't believe so, but they may have done. Yes, it would have been a controversial penalty. But at the end of the day, no one talks about it anymore because regardless, Man City won the football match. That's what they always do. They take the referee out of the equation when it comes to the game. Whereas a lot of other clubs, right, because they know that they're not at that same level, the referee becomes a big factor on the football match, becomes a big factor on the result. Whereas when it comes to Man City games, the referee has less of a factor on it. I think the immediate goal actually took a little bit of City's edge off their play for the remainder of the half. I agree, Jeff. 100% agree with that full process because Man City would have gone into this game realizing, look, it's going to be a tough game. United, De Gea got the Golden Glove this season for his clean sheets. I don't think De Gea is a top goalkeeper, but regardless, United have kept a lot of goals out this season. So he would have gone into this game thinking, you know what, it's going to be a tough game, man. We're going to have to break them down bit by bit. We're good enough to beat them, of course we are, but it's going to be a war of attrition. We're going to have to beat them down bit by bit, get on the attacking side, get on the offensive, and it'll take time to get our goals. For them scoring instantly, it also took their game out the window as well, because they would have been like, hang on a minute, we scored straight away. We were not expecting this. So I agree with you in that sense, Jeff. Rodri had the chance to put City up 2-0 early, the header off a free kick, but just what I agree. If that had gone in, we might have seen one of those United collapses. Yes, Jeff, you're 100% right. And that's the thing, right? When you concede to Man City early, you've got to be, the number one thought is don't concede again. Keep it at 1-0. Because Man City are at their best when it is relentless pressure, when the walls are caving in on you, when you've got attacks from Jack Grealish's side, from Bernardo Silva's side, from De Bruyne through the middle, and it's just attack, wave, just defend and just lock up and don't concede again. That's all you got to do. That's got to be the game plan. And then after that, you can start to venture out and start looking at potentially start to implement yourself on the attacking side of the ball and start to try and score from those chances. That's what I would say. But the first ball call for Man United, they did the right thing. They conceded early. Definitely would have been a shock to the system. Definitely would have not been what they wanted. But they did the right thing in terms of not caving in, not going too gung-ho, not abandoning all the game plan. They just kept it tight. Not pretend like it was no, but you get what I mean? Like, keep it tight. Play the game still like you are in control of it, and then try and venture out later on in the football match. It's almost impossible to keep your hands down when you jump, but it seems like those are called penalties more often. Yes, look, Jeff, you're 100% right. And if I have to give my opinion on it, right, I think it was a penalty. And I like this penalty rule. And I know it's not a lot of people are going to agree with this, but I do. And I'll tell you why I like this penalty rule, right? Too many times our penalties too subjective. Oh, is his hand like this? Oh, is it ball to hands? Is it not ball to hands? With this rule, it's harsh. Everyone can agree it's harsh, but at least it's more obvious what a penalty is. If your hands are not by your side, if your hands are not in the silhouette of your body, it's going to be a penalty. Harsh or not, it's a penalty. And I don't mind that. At least it takes away some ambiguity with the rule. At least it makes it a bit more obvious and clear cut what is a penalty and what isn't. And I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that because I hate the days where, oh, is it a penalty? Is it not? They spend the whole half debating, is it a penalty? Is it not? Spend the whole full time debating, is it a penalty? Is it not? Now, at least with this, you know it's a penalty or not. Players are well aware that if your hand's above your body, if your hand's not attached to you, basically, you run the risk of giving away a penalty. You're playing with fire. You're playing with matches. So I don't mind that being called a penalty. Genuinely, I don't mind it whatsoever. At least it makes the rule more obvious. Because handball's always going to be a subjective point of view, right? It's not like offside. It's not like that where offside is clear cut. You're offside or you're onside. There's no two ways about it. The lines are drawn. You're either offside or not. Handball, fouls, there's always going to be a subjective element to it. Different people have different opinions on what is a handball, what is a foul or not. If you ask the older people from the generations, they would say half the stuff isn't even a foul anymore. You ask the younger people, they say it's a foul for everything. So everyone's gonna have a different opinion. And I like if the rules are more obvious. Do you get what I mean? And although this handball rule is harsh, I do agree it's very harsh, at least it is obvious. It takes ambiguity out of the game. That's what I like from it. That's just my thoughts personally, man. But of course, feel free to disagree. Let me know in live chat your thoughts on it. But regardless, look, Man City took that out of the equation. It was a tough penalty to concede. It was a bitter pill to swallow because I think for the majority of the half as well, they were on top of Man United. I don't think Man City were brilliant today. I'll be honest. I don't think they were free-flowing, relentless, on top throughout. But I think they did enough to win the football match. I think that's the main thing, right? Because Man City for the majority of the season have been brilliant. They've taken the game away from teams like Real Madrid, etc. Been so good. I'm gonna refresh my stream, by the way, just because the quality I can see has been really poor. So I'm just gonna refresh my stream. I'll be back hopefully in a second or two. Okay. The quality hopefully is a little bit better from here on out, here onwards. But yeah, anything for Man City, right? I don't think they were free flowing today. I don't think they were their relentless self that we have been used to in recent weeks. But you're not going to play that way every game. You're not. Man, we've been treated in terms of quality Man City playing on the football pitch. Against Bayern Munich at home, walked them out of the park. Real Madrid at home, walked them out of the park. Today, I don't think they were that way inclined. I don't think they were the best side I've ever seen them play. But they were good in terms they controlled the match. And that's the thing about Man City. They've got an extra edge to their game. Man City, all the time of the Pep Guardiola, have always been a really good football team. No one's doubted that. They're quality of football team. But I've really questioned Man City's mentality at times. I don't mean mentality in terms of winning mentality. I mean mentality in terms of closing out matches, in terms of game management. But on this recent season, they've been able to show that. They've been able to show an extra side to their game. Been a little bit of show the dark arts, show the game management skills that you'd associate with lesser clubs doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, even at the end of the game, right? Haaland, through on goal potentially, runs to the corner flag, uses his body, uses his strength to shield the ball and then get another corner, get a throw in. Those little type of things that we associate with Manchester City, right? And I like that from them. I do. I genuinely do like that. Like them showing that. So if they keep it that, man, I see no reason why Man City can't develop and take their style to the next level. Do you get what I mean? Because I think that is the next level for Man City. They've always been a good football team, but have they got that next part to their game? You know what I mean? Where they can really game manage fixtures, where they're under the cosh, where a lot's against them. That type of style. That's what I really question from them. And I think they showed it today. They were really good moments, Man City. Really good. Next week against Inter Milan, it's going to be a similar game. I do expect it to be a very similar game. I expect Inter Milan to play up more defensive style as well. And the thing is, right, I was looking for Man United to expose Man City here today, but they didn't really. They didn't really at all, to be completely honest with you guys. I didn't really look at this game and see at any point Man City go, oof, like, we're really on the brink here. We're really on the ropes. I didn't see that at one point for Man City. United were good at times. I thought at times especially after they conceded, I thought both goals. I think after they conceded both goals, they really had a good spell in the game for a little period where they started to get on their ball, they started to get their foot on the ball, and started to get Bruno Fernandes involved, players like that, right? And really started to get the ball ticking. But I don't think at any point I really felt like Man City were going to compete. I don't think at any point Man City were really on the ropes. So Man City were really gonna, you know what I mean, get really punished. Felt like Man City at all times were in control of the football. Like they were dictating the pace, they were dictating the flow, and everything ran through them. That's my personal thoughts on it. I have to believe De Gea had to be on side on City's second goal. Yes, David De Gea on that second goal, man. My thoughts on De Gea plenty of times this channel. I think he is a player that Man United can easily improve upon. And again, that second goal was poor, man. Really poor from David De Gea. There's no two ways about it. He has to do better. He absolutely has to do better on that. But look, it happens, man. It's football. He's going to have to sit there, David De Gea, and it's a bitter pill to swallow, but he's going to have to swallow it and say, look, it's one of those things. It's one of those things, man. I think United can improve upon him, but it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. They look like they're going to renew his contract. I don't see why. I genuinely don't see why. I think if you're Manchester United, right, you shouldn't have a goalkeeper just because he'll make a worldie save every now and then. A Man United goalkeeper should be able to be good in every facet of his match. In every facet. Like, I'm talking, he should be good with the ball at his feet. He should be good saving the ball. He should be good at everything. He shouldn't just be good at one thing. And I think that he is criminal with the ball at his feet. I think he gives away too many sloppy goals. Yes, he makes a worldie save every now and then. I sit there and go, how's he made that save? But that's not enough for me. That's not enough in my opinion. I was rooting for City, but Garnacho made me nervous when he came on. I don't really care who won this game versus an Arsenal fan. I don't want City to do the treble. I'd rather City win the FA Cup than the Champions League, to be honest with you guys. But I just wanted a good game. I was rooting for United when they won one of the times. I wanted a good game, obviously. And I wouldn't mind the football match, to be honest with you guys, just because United are a more traditional club than Man City are. But overall, I didn't really have a horse in this race, to be completely honest with you guys. I just wanted a good football match, to be genuinely honest. And I guess in many ways, I have to be happy because the game was still in the balance after 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen Man City play Real Madrid in games I was really looking forward to. And after about 30 minutes, the game's over. Whereas at least this game, for 90 minutes, the game was in the balance. It could have gone either way. And overall, look, Man City overall won it. So you have to congratulate them and say fair play. But yeah, it could have gone either way. Could have gone either way, genuinely. But yeah, any other thoughts? Let me know in the live chat. The stream quality is really annoying me because it's not been at its best today for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Hope it picks up on it. I am going to do a video match reaction after as well, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned on this channel so you don't miss it. My next live stream reaction will also be the Europa Conference League final between West Ham and Fiorentina. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that one. And then, of course, next Saturday, the massive game. Man City versus Inter Milan in the Champions League. I'm expecting more one-way traffic from Man City, man. Ball's just going this way, and in the second half, the ball's going to go that way, man. Whichever way Man City are kicking, that's the way it's going to go. Congrats to Man City. Yeah, congratulations to Man City, man. Commiserations to Man United. Brilliant result for Man City. 2/3 of the way down to getting the treble. Good afternoon, just got up. Appreciate joining the stream as always, Luke. But yeah, okay, so now let's ask a question, right? Who's had the better season, Manchester United or Arsenal? Because now we've seen both teams' seasons come to an end. In my opinion, I think I'm still going to say Arsenal. Just for the quality Arsenal have improved on the football pitch, I'm going to go for them. If Man United had won the FA Cup, I would have said Manchester United. But I think due to the quality on the football pitch, I think Arsenal had a slightly better season than Man United. That's just my thoughts on it. I think both have had brilliant seasons. I think both have had really good seasons overall, especially from what we expected at the start of the season. But on a balance of play, I have to give the credit to Man United overall. I think they've had the better season. Sorry, Arsenal overall. I think they've had the better season than Manchester United personally. Man United had the chances. Man City didn't dominate. You're right, Luke. Man City, I don't think dominated this game, but I think they were in control of the football match. I don't think at any point the game really slipped from their grasp. I think everything Man United had was measured from Man City. It's like they almost gave them, not give them chances, but it's in like gave them the license to roam forward at times. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, United, of course, had chance. And look, at the end of the game, they hit the bar. It could have gone to extra time. Who knows what happens then? But I think over the balance of 30 minutes, Man City were deserved winners. They were. I'm going to say Arsenal, but if Arsenal played like this the last 5 games, Man United played like this in the final Premier League games, FA Cup final, I would say United. Yeah, it's touch and go. It's touch and go. It's not a walkover for either way for Arsenal or United. But I'm just nicking it to Arsenal. Arsenal had the better season. United were never in the title race, and I don't rate Carabao Cup. I agree. Look, I don't rate the Carabao Cup either. I think it's a Mickey Mouse trophy. In fact, my thoughts are right that if you make Europe, you shouldn't be in the Carabao Cup because every other country right has one cup competition. England, it has to be the FA Cup. It's the oldest cup competition in the world, right? So FA Cup has to stay for every club. But for the Carabao Cup, I think if you make Europe, you should be excluded from the Carabao Cup. And it gives other teams a chance to win it. So otherwise, it's Man City winning it every year, man. You know what I mean? Or United or Liverpool. Make the Carabao Cup, other teams have the opportunity to win it. Do you get what I mean? So if you don't make Europe, every team that doesn't make Europe competes in the Carabao Cup. And at least that means that every team is in free competitions at the start of the season. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know if you agree with that in the live chat. But yeah, in terms of where they go from here, right? For clubs, Man City, their main thing is they're going to want to go for 4. Obviously, they're going to want to win the Champions League. That's their next thing. For United, it's a big summer for them, man. Massive summer for Manchester United, right? They got to look at there and they got to go striker and goalkeeper. You got to bring those 2 positions in. Have to, man. You need a striker because Weghorst ain't good enough. I don't know what they're going to do with his loan move. Rashford's good, but I'd rather play Rashford on the left-hand side, to be honest with you guys, and play a proper striker down the middle like Harry Kane. So if you're Manchester United, Tottenham season's over, call up Harry Kane. Harry Kane's been in talks with Bayern Munich, been in talks with Real Madrid. His name's floating about everywhere and anywhere. If you're Man United, get in that race, man. If the player wants to stay in the Premier League, you've got to be that club to tempt him. You have to be. You have to be that club that goes, look, I want to bring Kane to United. That's what you got to do. And if he does, brilliant. If he doesn't, at least try. You're Manchester United. You've got to exercise your right to try and bring him to your stadium. You have to. And in terms of goalkeeper, you got to upgrade on De Gea for me. Mike Magnon's available. Ochoa maybe, I think would be a good option. But you got to try and bring the goalkeeper if you're Manchester United, man. That's my absolute thought process on it. And if you're City, you got to try and win the Champions League. And then after that, if you do win the treble, it's all about gearing up yourselves to trying to win 4 Premier Leagues because it's never been done before. Never been done 4 Premier Leagues in a row. Pep Guardiola always finds a way to keep himself motivated. And I have no doubt he'll be able to do that again. Let's see, man. Let's see. But yeah, the quality in the stream, I apologize, really poor. So I'm actually going to start to wrap up the stream, guys. I really do apologize for the poor quality. I will be doing a video match reaction, so make sure you stay tuned and let me know your thoughts in the comments of that when it comes out. I'll be dropping it straight after the stream, basically. But yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning in as always. My next stream will be on Wednesday for the Europa Conference League final. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I hope to improve the quality for that one, for absolute sure, man, because I really do apologize. The quality hasn't been at it in this stream whatsoever. But yeah, to recap the match, Man United lost 2-1 to Man City in FA Cup final. Man City were deserved winners over the 90 minutes. I thought United had chances, but with the balance of play, I thought Man City were the better team. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's tuning as well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like down below. If you're watching this on the stream is now a video, make sure you let me know in the comments your thoughts on the match, on Man United season, on Man City season, and your predictions ahead of the Champions League final. I've been working. I appreciate everyone tuning in for always. Hope to see you all in my next one. Take care.